What's up, guys? We're here again on our second episode with Supercar Podcast. We got two of our guests here today. We got JB, we got Lloyd. First, I want to thank Alex to lend this place to us here at Oplands with all these beautiful cars behind us. A lot of Ferraris, Lambos, and some McLarens as well. And today we're going to be talking about a little about cars and other things too. And JB, welcome. How you doing, my friend?
Thank you for having me.
Welcome, JB.
How's Mike say it? Thank you for your business. Thank you for your cooperation.
Yeah.
Thank you for your business, yes.
Thank you for having me, guys. I
We
appreciate
love your
welcome,
Supercar
man.
Podcast.
It's a pleasure, been looking forward for this day. I know
sir.
this is going to be a fun day. We're going to talk a lot.
I need some wine.
Oh.
Next glass. We're going to be here for another hour. I love this.
Oh, yeah, we
Okay.
just started.
Yeah.
We just
Let's go.
started. It's going to be a long night.
Yeah.
So, guys, as you know, here, this new podcast, we actually talk more about cars. And this is the perfect person to be here today. And I'll tell you why. This guy here is a Porsche guy, Porsche lover. And I want to hear a little bit of the GT3.
RS.
Yeah, don't forget the RS part.
The RS, yes, don't forget the RS.
Yeah.
Real sexy. RS for real sexy.
RS.
So what's the RS stands for on a GT3?
Oh, they got race sport, rally sport. They got a whole bunch of shit.
I thought it was rally sport, yeah.
Oh, that's
There's
what
a
it
whole
is.
bunch of, yeah.
Oh, so is it like a track car, right? So
It's
the
a track
RS?
car. It's a track car.
Yeah, it's like very light.
That's why Mike said it's very uncomfortable.
You saw that?
He
Oh, you
ain't like
watched
that.
that one.
He ain't like that. Huh?
It's not
Yeah,
comfortable at
yeah.
all. You gotta see my brother. He's 6'4", so he got 2 inches on me. He's like this.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? It's not good.
Nah.
I mean, it's not a car you want to drive to Boston again.
Exactly, yeah. That was a crazy one.
Yeah, that
As
was
if you
rough.
guys don't know, we actually did a rally last year to Boston. It was, I think, like, what, 4 hours driving?
More because
Yeah. In
the
the
rain and
the
a
rain,
little bit of traffic. It was
Yeah.
rough. It was 6 or 7 hours.
Yeah, I think
So
so.
it
It
was
was
rough.
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, but it was nice. We had fun. We had a
fun.
crazy day. And guess what? I was the only one who got pulled over that day.
You got
Got-
pulled over?
I did.
I had no idea.
I was driving the McLaren.
I just know Steve did a donut. That's about it, without wanting to do a donut.
I know. Well, I got pulled over because of you guys, as you know.
I don't know this.
Yes, bro. I got pulled over because we left the second stop, which is in Connecticut, and we taking I forgot the name of the highway, Meridian or something like that. It was like this highway. There was a nice one. And driving down, the Lambo guys and these guys right here decide to go like over 100 miles an hour on a 55. So the cop clicked then over 100.
That's right. I
Yes.
remember now.
Remember?
Never be the
I
last
remember
one. The
now.
last one.
But what
always get the
happened
ticket.
is, I was coming behind them.
There
You
you
know why he
go.
pulled me over? Because my car number was 01. And he knew number 1 is the leader. So he went directed to me. And he's like, what are you guys doing?
Didn't they know we was counting from the
But they know he's counting backwards.
backwards?
'cause
Yeah.
They were 99?
He was the last one.
I was like, damn, I need a faster car.
Now I remember. It was Ronnie like, guys, Diego got pulled over. We gotta slow down.
Yeah. That was crazy. Yeah, no, he was mad though. He was super mad that day. Oh my goodness. Especially in the rain.
Yeah.
So what are you guys doing? You're crazy. You're driving too fast. 55. You guys are doing over 100. But it was fun.
You can go fast. It's when you try to stop. That's when you had a problem.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I guess it all depends on the driver, right?
And your tires, you get some good tires.
Tires,
rated,
yeah.
You know, my tires were rated for over 160 miles an hour, so I don't advise you
I don't
follow
know,
me.
with the water, man, it was
Yeah,
rough
it's crazy.
because
160 in the rain, though. It's
when
all right.
we're going fast, it's like the brakes got too wet. So when I hit it, the car didn't do anything. I had to like pump the brakes to be able to
Wow.
stop.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was rough. So
No, that's the problem. Yeah, it was raining a lot too. It was a
So
lot
what
of rain that day.
directed you to Porsche to make you love a Porsche?
I mean, if you guys have time, I'll tell you the story about it. So when I was 16, right, I worked for someone, real cool guy. It's like Alex, right? You know how Alex is the dealer guy, and
Right.
he lets, the younger guys drive his cars and stuff.
Yeah.
And same thing happened with me. It was a good friend of mine, Tommy. I'm still very good friends with him, and he owned the Honda dealer that I worked at.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like a lot guy or wash cars at the time. I was 16 years old. I didn't have a permit, no license, nothing
wow.
yet, right? So we just, he took me under his wing. It was weird. Like, I remember one day he was just there making jokes. I didn't know who he was.
He was like your mentor.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
So
Nice.
one day he he had I remember, it was a brand new Porsche Turbo S, right? And he threw the keys at me. He goes, hey, go put air in my tire and go gas it up.
Wow.
I had no time to be like, I ain't got no license. I was like, be right back. I didn't even ask him for money to put gas in the car. I just left, right? So from that moment, you know, I was a knucklehead. I was a knucklehead in the street. And from that moment, it just turned me completely different. Like, I was like, I need this. I need whatever I got to do. I got to fit into this. And
that Porsche.
I don't know if he knew what he was doing at that moment, but it like planted a seed, and I just became a total different person. I didn't hang out anymore. I just changed my life, a complete 180.
So that made you just love Porsche, no other brand?
No other brand, and that was it. He had all of the cars. It is just, I guess, because that was my first experience. I just never forgot it.
Wow.
You get what I'm saying? So fast forward, I was doing finance at a pre-owned dealer, and they got one in. It was a 2019 GT3 RS. And I was cool with the owner. I was the only one that had the balls to be like, give me that, I'll be right back. So I took it, and it was like,
Dealer plate down.
no plate.
Oh,
I just
wow.
No plates at all.
I just took it. And I just went on the highway, and I just hit it. And I'm like, oh my God. It's like the faster you get, the tighter it gets
Yeah, the
inside.
seat, yeah.
And then the steering the car hugs you, right? And I just like, I have to have this car. I have to have this car. And the Porsche Turbo is for the person that wants to go really fast, but it's comfortable. You know, it's a daily driver, right?
So you think the turbo is faster than the GT3?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, 'cause
absolutely.
it's more power.
It's more power, but the GT3 RS is going to
normally
take it on the
aspirated.
track. It's
Right.
better on the handling. And to me, I'm not much of a speed demon. I like the handling. Like I'd rather go on winding roads, going up hills and mountains and stuff like that. That's my type of driving. You know, downshift and you're revving at 9,000 RPM.
Your car is loud.
Yeah, nah.
Yeah, your car's real loud.
I just want you to hear me coming. That's it, baby. You know what I mean?
Yo, Diego,
Nah.
real quick. We was at the toll on Jersey Turnpike, and his friend called him that don't live too
I heard a
far
story.
from his house and said, "JB, is that you? Rev your car."
We're going
And he revved
crazy.
it. Yeah,
We're
he
going
revved his car.
crazy on the. Remember, you had the top down too,
Yeah,
if I'm not
yeah, the
mistaken.
top
Oh, you were there
We
too?
were
Yeah, I
going
was
to
there.
Hoboken, if I'm
Right,
not
yeah.
mistaken, right?
Yep.
And we're just going crazy. And then there was traffic right before the toll, right? So now I slowed down, and then you know, there's always people in like kids and regular cars, and they're like, oh, rev it, rev it, rev it. So I'm like, whoa. Whoa, right? And I think I was in the car with Roger, if I'm not mistaken. I
Yeah,
think he was in the
yeah,
car
yeah,
with us.
Oh, he was with you.
And my
Rico.
friend Chris, he lives in Secaucus, right? He texts me, and I have my phone right there where you can see it. So he texts me, I see his name pop up. I'm like, sorry, I took my phone. I'm in traffic. I didn't care. He goes, is that you? I'm like, is that me? What? Like, I'm looking around. I'm like, is he a stalker, bro? What's going on right now?
He's like, "Rev your car again."
He's like, rev your car. So I revved it. He goes, I can hear you from my house, bro. He goes,
that
I
car
knew
was
that
loud.
was your car.
And that was on
Wow.
95.
That was on the turnpike.
and he got kicked out of somewhere.
You remember? That was Summit, right?
Yeah,
Summit.
from the
They
noise,
don't like
yeah.
me in Summit.
They,
Nah,
they
that thing
made
was loud,
Didn't
though.
somebody make a meme or something
No,
like that?
they-
of a lady walking by or something with a dog and saying JB, what's the name?
Who made that? Was you, right? Who made that?
Somebody made a meme
so,
about that.
you know, you're in Summit, right? So
That was, I think, Father's Day last year, right? That we
Yeah,
uh,
went.
somewhere around there he got.
could been.
He got banned.
Yeah, it could have been. It was a show. It was a show in Summit,
Right.
and it was cars and croissants, right? So you already know they got their shirt tucked into their shorts and then a little scarf.
Like
around.
Corvette drivers.
And I'm like, man. And they said, well, first it was the Porsche dealer that I went to first. Then we went to their car show. So I went to the Porsche dealer first,
Which one? In Parsippany, Paul Miller?
Parsippany.
Yeah.
Right? So I went there first. And lady said that she lost her hearing for 3 days.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
No, that's
For the people out there, JB owns a GT3 RS, normally aspirated, with loud exhaust.
That thing is straight pipe. That thing is straight pipe. Imagine.
yeah, but you know, the guy told me. He told me. He said, "Listen, if you put the headers, it's going to be ridiculously loud." And I said, "I want the headers, bro." And me, I came from Cadillac, so I had a Cadillac CTS-V. And when someone was coaching me on how to tune it and buy the parts, he said, you got to get the headers, you got to get the, you know, the straight pipes, all this, that, the other. So me thinking, not knowing, me forgetting, now it's a rear engine.
Yeah.
It's not a Cadillac anymore, right? It's a rear engine. Everything's right there.
It comes right out.
Right? Loud, bro. And I'm like, oh shit, because it was knocking the stones off my house when I started the car. When I would start the car inside my garage, the pictures in my dining room were coming off the walls, and the stones outside were falling off the house. And I had like my construction guy come in every week to fix this shit.
That's crazy.
I swear to God, kid you not, bro.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
A lot of people didn't like me.
So how many cars you had before the Porsche? Did you work your way up, or?
So.
Oh, you got a nice Grand National.
Yeah, old school. I've always liked old school for some reason. I had maybe like 10 old school cars, classics. My thing was just challenging myself. That was the biggest thing, right? Because I'm a kid from nothing, and I don't have that background of like classic cars. I didn't have anybody growing up that showed me that stuff. And I'm like, you know what? Let me test myself. If I can buy a shell and do everything to it and have these purists look at me and be like, you did a good job there. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. So I tested myself. I tested myself with the Chevelle, tested myself with the Grand National. I tested myself with an old school pickup truck I had. I even had a Tri-5, which is the Bel Air body style. I don't know if you know what that is. It was in 1957.
Nice.
And I redid everything. The only thing is, on resale value on the Tri-5, I learned that it was an older customer, not somebody that wanted a resto mod. Like you know, when you see this Mustang right here, you can sell that to a kid, right? The Bel Air type is like the older person, 60 years plus.
The car they always wanted.
And then you know, I'm coming in blacked everything out, you know, black wheels, blood red interior. Nah, these older heads don't want that. You know, these are young kids. They're like, I don't want this old shit. No, we're going into something like this, a Mustang, a Chevelle, something like that. You can sell.
So the car's pretty
much
like
the Chevelle was a red
space.
one, right? It was kind of the red.
So it was Corvette red when I bought it.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna let it out. I never told this out yet. The secret is I painted it Valencia red pearl, which only came on the Acura NSX new body style. So it's a 3-stage paint that only came on that car, right? And I think they even had a TLX that they did that too, but it was a 3-stage paint. I know it was a very special paint, and it like changed colors almost a little bit in the sun.
Nice.
So when I you know, I closed the body shop guy, I was like, yo, like, this is the paint I want, and he gave me the price, and it was so, to me, I knew it took a lot of work. I shook his hand. I was like, done. So he thought he was getting me. He was like, oh, I'll do this. Halfway through, he was like, fuck your car. He was like, fuck this car, bro. It was too much work. That 3-stage paint, it was a lot of work, bro. He had my car for I want to say a year.
A year?
A year.
Wow.
Yeah, and he said, I never want to do one of your cars ever again. That's what he told me.
Wow.
So I gladly paid him because I know it was worth a lot more, that paint job. You know what I mean?
Of course.
So I don't know if you guys know, I sold it to a Jets player. Sorry if I don't remember his name, but he's like one of the top defensive guys on the lineman. And now I see him enjoying it with his wife and kid and stuff.
Nice. He still got it, huh?
No, awesome. he just bought it for me last year, last summer. It's about to be a year.
Okay.
So,
wow.
Yeah, because I remember when I met you, still have that car.
Yeah. It's just I got no space, man. I'm like, yo, I was working 70 plus hours a week. What am I doing? You know what I mean?
That's why you was a car salesman.
Doing finance for a dealership is tough. Anybody that knows about the car business, it's a lot of hours.
Right, yeah, because you got to be the last one out because you're doing.
Yeah, bro.
Exactly.
You don't want getting that cheese.
No,
because of you, people drive this car.
It's not called finance. It's called finesse.
Yeah,
you got to get these people approved.
We all know that people's getting finessed.
You know what I mean? You got to get these people approved.
That's how you call.
And you get them approved, you got to pay now.
Yeah, because I heard your vocabulary. You getting them.
Gotta do what you gotta do. And they were happy.
Yeah,
and they were
deals
happy.
are made when both parties are happy. That's all that matters.
That's it.
Not just one.
No, not at all.
Yeah, that's all that matters, right?
Yeah.
That's it.
So now we talk about the cars you had, which is amazing. That was actually an amazing collection.
Appreciate it.
You know, especially the old school.
Yeah.
I definitely want to get into old school one day.
He was an old school guy, right? You just see him pull up with the Porsche and that's it.
I know, yeah. But now everything changed.
Yeah.
So now he went from a Porsche guy to an Audi guy.
Yeah.
Which I feel like being out with our friends and we see a lot of GT3 RSs now on the streets, I feel like your car is the most exotic right now because you don't see that.
Yeah.
You don't see
And
it.
what kind of car is that?
So the Audi RS6 Avant, I fell in love with it, right?
Uh-huh.
Originally, I'm not gonna lie, I went into the Audi store to get the RS Q8, right? Because I'm like, you know what, let me get a truck. I wanted a daily, so I wanted to get rid of my truck. But at the same time, I said, you know what, if I get rid of the Porsche, because I'm about to hit 20,000 miles, I said, if I get rid of the Porsche now, I still could get good numbers for it.
Sure.
Right?
Yes.
And I can, because, you know, my name's on the list. I ordered one last June, the new body RS, right?
Nice.
So, but I'm not paying the ridiculous numbers.
Over
I'm not
sticker,
doing it.
yeah.
I'm not doing it.
Yeah,
I guess because I'm in the car business, I'm not.
Yeah, everybody's
can't.
paying over sticker right now.
Technically, they're going like over 150 now, right?
It's crazy, man. I don't know. Maybe if I had that kind of money, maybe I would do it. But I'm
Right.
not.
Sure.
I'm not.
I seen a dude last year at a car show. He got a white GT3 RS. I got pictures of it. He said he paid $612,000 for it.
Out the door?
That's
probably.
crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy. So he probably paid. You're looking at 175 over.
Yeah.
Wow.
You know.
If you buy a GT2, it's cheaper than that. GT2 is, I think, only 500.
I mean, it's probably gonna be $1 million when it comes out. Because even an older GT2 RS right now, let's say an 18, you probably it's still floating around $400,000.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's crazy.
So you know. So back to your question, like.
Yes.
You know, I was gonna go for the RS Q8, right? Which is, you know, if you guys don't know, it's the truck. The SUV is a very fast SUV,
Yeah.
right? Which is like what's the truck? The Lambo
Urus.
truck.
Yours.
Kind of like a Urus, right?
Yeah, it's.
But it
you
ain't
know,
like no yours per for my
It's no Urus.
It's not a Lambo, huh?
Yeah, it's
But
not
it
a-
has the
it's not a
whole,
Lambo.
everything's
Let's get that
Lambo, but
straight.
everything's Lambo.
No, right? So maybe somewhere it says Lambo inside.
Yeah. You ain't gonna talk bad about Lamborghini.
Yeah, yeah,
now.
right.
Actually,
got my
the
legs
Lambo
crossed.
has
I got my
Audi
legs
stickers inside.
No, but go ahead.
So, but the thing is, the guy, my old coworker, he has a black one, right? And then my neighbor down the street, he has a black SQ8. So the only color they had was black. I'm like, damn, do I really want to go that route where there's two of them already that are, you know, I know the
Yeah.
people with it, and then one on my block. You know, even though it's not an RS, it's still a, you know, same body style, right?
Yeah.
So, and then actually I ran into this car by mistake because I was so fixated on the Q8 that I walked right past it. And the salesperson did a great job selling me. He goes, how about the Avant? I said, you have an Avant? I didn't even see. I walked past it. So I didn't act excited because I didn't want to, you know, try to beat me upside the head over sticker and
Being
stuff
that
like
you's
that.
a sales
right?
guy, you know.
So-
you know how to play the game.
Yeah, so I'm like, I'll take it. I'll take it, right? So, but the thing is, I've always loved station wagons, and my wife hates that about me because to her, I guess she's traumatized, like, you know, women with station wagons or
soccer mom
minivans.
cars,
You
yeah.
get what I'm saying?
Soccer moms.
So
Soccer
what
mom
I did
cars.
was took a picture of the car from like here. So all she saw was the front bumper.
Nice.
I was like, what do you think about this car? She's like, oh, that's dope. That's cool. I was like, bet, I'm getting it.
That's the car.
I pull up. She goes, "This is a mini. This is a station wagon." I was like, "You don't understand. You don't understand what kind of station wagon. Get inside." And I took. She was like, "Oh my god!"
Yeah.
She was like, "It's a nice car. It's fast, you know." So for 2024, they upped it 30 horsepower. It's at 621 right now.
621.
From 2023, it was at.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie, that thing is
591.
beautiful. Looking right now, that car, it's amazing.
Yeah,
We're gonna
it's
show you
sexy.
this later.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
this
no, I
car
love it.
is
You know, thank
gorgeous.
you. And,
You have no
I love
idea.
it. You know, I've never been an Audi fan. I think the R8 is probably the most best looking Audi they have.
Yeah, I think so.
But I always wanted a station wagon. So if I can be honest, it was between this and the E63 wagon.
Yeah.
E63.
Back in the days, I had an Audi
E63
5000.
Mercedes. But I don't know. The body of this one is not
Everybody
the
was Audi
Mercedes.
5000. I had an Audi 5000.
I don't know. Between this and Mercedes, I'll go with the Audi, bro.
No, I'm happy with my decision.
Yeah.
I am, you know, because I was driving a
This looks
Forerunner
sporty.
for a daily, a Forerunner, right?
Right.
So I'm like, man, you going 0 to 60 in 3 days in this thing. You can't get out
Yeah.
your own way. I'm like, if I'm gonna go to the gas station every 3-4 days, I'd rather have something that's fast.
Fast, yeah.
Sure.
Something
You
you
get
can
what
play
I'm
with.
saying? So I'm like, you know what? This is a fun car as a daily, you know. And I know Liam was upset with me, man. Liam's sitting with me Sunday, and he's like, I just don't understand why you You would get rid of the Porsche for an Audi, bro. I had to like.
You love that Porsche, right?
It's all right. I told her, I was like, yo, I'm gonna buy you some pork chops, man. We're gonna talk right now. So.
You're gonna take him for a ride, though. Take him for a ride in that car. He's gonna love it.
Yeah. Then I'm like, bro, it's not that I got rid of the Porsche for this car.
No.
It was a business move, right?
Yeah.
Of course.
I left the car business. I'm like, you know what? Let me chill. You know what I'm saying? Let me chill for a little bit. Let me get something fun until the new one comes.
Yeah.
Right? And then, if God willing, if I can afford every car that I want, I'll keep this and have that as a Sunday car.
Right.
Because no matter what, the GT3 RS to me is my favorite car. I'm not a Lamborghini person. I love the Lamborghini. I'm happy for the people that have them. I'm happy for you. That's a beautiful car.
But why it gotta be Lamborghini? Why you couldn't say Ferrari? You know what I mean?
Ferrari, I don't understand
McLaren.
Ferrari.
Why you go to McLaren?
I'll
Why
be
you
honest
say
with you.
Lamborghini?
No, because most of the guys in the club have
Got
Lamborghinis,
Lamborghini,
right?
yeah.
And they all shit with their legs crossed. They're like this.
I know, right? Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Bro, Lamborghini now,
Oh, I
everybody
forgot
has
to
one.
cross
It's like
mine.
crazy.
Yeah, okay.
It's like Hondas in the street, right? Everybody has one.
No. And I'm happy for him. Like,
Of
Ronnie
course,
loves
yeah.
his car. You
Yeah,
see,
we all love it,
you see Henry with his thumb out the window all the time with his, in his Lamborghini.
Yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying? I'm happy for everybody, right? Ferrari, I don't understand. The only person I know that talks highly about Ferrari is Alex.
Yeah,
right?
he loves it.
Alex loves Ferrari. You would think he works for them the way he talks
So
about
what you don't
it.
understand
No,
about
you can
Ferrari?
see it. The amount of Ferrari he has
I've
right behind us is
I've
crazy.
never been in one. I've never driven. I've never experienced anything about Ferrari, right?
okay.
Like Lamborghini, I experienced it. Like even David. You guys remember David, the
Yeah.
doctor that had the blue Performante convertible?
Oh, okay, yeah.
So he does his research, everything. You know, once him and I talked, he knows more about the RS than I do. He called me the next day and told me everything about my car. I'm like, bro, just drive it. He goes, what do you mean? I said, if you want speed, get the Lamborghini.
Yeah.
If you want fun, drive the RS. He goes, okay. So we switched cars. We went out to eat sushi or something like that. And I saw him just take a turn. And he looked at me, he called me, he was like, I understand now. I understand.
Well,
Yeah.
Porsche is recognized as one of the best handling cars out.
I'll be honest with you. What it is like I'm not the best driver in the world, like the best race
We
car
know.
driver.
Yeah,
ever.
we know. Yeah.
And I would never think that I am, right?
Uh-huh.
I'm an aggressive driver. I like to drive aggressively once in a while, but the Porsche makes you look better than the driver you really are. You know what I
Got
mean?
it.
The equipment,
It just-
yeah.
Yeah, it's just sensitive, bro. You move the steering wheel a little bit, you're already turned out. It's great, and you never lose. The back never spins out ever. You know, I've been in rallies where the ground is still wet, right?
Yeah.
From rain from the previous night or whatever. You see, no offense, McLarens, Lamborghinis spinning out of control, and my car's just taking it. You know.
Glad
And
you
it's
said,
a real
I'm
drive,
glad you said
it's
McLaren
crazy.
first this time.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember that situation. I don't know if you remember that. When we did that rally to AC coming back in the rain. That car that almost hit you and Vasil.
Oh shit! Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. And he
Right
was
there.
first. He was the closest. Bro, I'm talking about inches away from him in this car.
That was crazy.
Yeah. And did you watch the video?
I saw, yeah.
Did you watch the video?
Nah, I didn't
of
see the
the
video.
recording on his dashboard, his dash cam? The car came out of nowhere, like it was asking him, hey, you got a few seconds to talk about Jesus Christ?
He just went in front.
I did see that
Yeah,
video.
just spin in front of him.
Yeah.
And you
Like
see the
inches.
guy. You see the guy all calm, facing the divide. He's like,
It was crazy. That video was actually
yo,
crazy.
I was like, oh my God. So he was the closest one. He in his Corvette, he almost lost his
Yeah.
car, bro.
You're right next to him, right behind him.
I was right behind him.
Right behind him.
So I had time to move. But he was, I think he was in shock of what was happening. It was too close.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I've never been that close to getting into it. I'm talking about inches, bro. Maybe 2 inches.
Yeah. Now, if you see the video, you're going to
So
be like
besides the
terrified.
Porsche, there's nothing else you want?
Remember we spoke about the top 5, right?
Yeah.
If you have your
We actually just did that last week.
dream 5-car garage, right? So most of my shit's Porsche, man.
Oh, okay.
You know, but I am interested, and a lot of people gonna know about this kind of car. I would love to get like a early 90s 911 turbo, right? Fix it, make it a lot, newer, modernized, right? But RWB. You know, I don't know if
Right.
you guys know that. This is a guy from.
That's the one you showed me, right, in the picture?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
You hire this guy. I think he's from Japan. if
Oh
I'm
yeah,
not
I see his
mistaken,
videos.
right?
Oh.
It's crazy.
Do you know about this guy?
Yeah,
Yo,
he's a Japanese guy.
So you got to pay, right? This guy's thugged out. This guy's amazing. So it's just a regular looking guy. He never does his hair. He looks crazy. He smokes like 3 cartons of cigarettes a day, right?
Okay.
You hire this guy. You send him the specs to the car. He'll ship out all the parts to you. You got to get the body kit painted, right? And when you call him, hey, listen, everything's painted. He makes you sign a contract. You cannot let anyone put these parts on my car. If you do, deal's off,
Oh wow.
right?
Wow.
So you got to fly him out from Japan. You got to have his room and board. You got to pay for his food. You got to pay for his cigarettes, and he only drinks Coke out of the bottle, the glass bottle. So you got to pay for all that, right? And he'll come and put it on 3 days, put everything on the car, autograph your car, and now your car is worth triple.
Wow.
That's crazy. Yeah. Saw the videos. It's crazy.
You see that?
Yeah,
It's
that's
amazing.
nice. Now I have drove a
Oh yeah,
Porsche.
that's the one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I don't know. It was a 911,
Uh-huh.
and you know I'm a motorcycle guy.
Yeah.
So at that time, Suzuki Hayabusa was out. It was supposed to be like the fastest motorcycle out. And
Did you cross your legs while you're driving it too?
Nah, I didn't cross my legs, but I drove a Porsche, and I hate saying his name all the time, but it was Mike Tyson Porsche, and it was me and him together in the Porsche in Vegas.
Uh-huh.
He can't drive stick, so he told me to drive it. So I drove the Porsche. It felt like the Suzuki Hayabusa.
Really?
Yeah.
Yep. It felt like the motorcycle. I mean, I could put it in any gear and just gas it and it just go.
Took off.
That's
I could be in 6th gear going 50 miles an hour and just gas it and it just, no spinning,
Nothing.
just go.
Yeah.
Just like the bike. And I was like, wow, I can't believe this car feels like a
Porsches
motorcycle.
are a different kind of car, right? Comparing to like,
I got pictures of it. I'm going to show
especially
it to
like
you.
McLarens and Ferraris, even the Lambos, it's totally different, right? So you got like the whole vibe where you can do as a daily, depending on what kind of Porsche you get, or you can get the track, you know, which you get the RS. But I never saw like videos where people lose control of their Porsche and crash.
It's very
you know?
hard.
It's very
very
hard.
hard.
You don't see that all the time, which is crazy. Most of the time, you only see like Mustangs, which is the #1, and Ferraris. Ferraris are dangerous. That's not a car you don't mess with.
Dodge Viper have a lot of.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
All the vibe.
A lot of people spin on
Another
it.
car you don't see on the street.
Yeah. But
The only
don't
guy I
see
know
that
is
on-
Anthony that has one, and that's it.
You don't
never
see them
saw
that
one.
much because they will probably crash.
No, exactly. But the crazy part is, for me, is like I always say, like you wanna feel the car, right? You wanna drive, and you wanna have that other feeling where when you downshift, it's not just like a regular car. Like for me, I have the Jaguar and I drive the R8. Both nice cars, but it's so much more fun when I drive with the R8 because the way it
course.
downshifts, right? But I don't think every Porsche is the same, right? So not every Porsche downshifts the same. So like let's say a Carrera won't perform the same as the RS
Oh, no,
or the
no, no.
GT3, or even I think like the Turbo,
Yeah.
Yeah.
right?
Totally
it's-
different.
the look is very similar, but everything like engine, transmission, it changed.
Now the reason why, you know, and I test drove a turbo, Turbo S before I made my decision, and it's the GT3 RS, total different drive, but the total different look, has the body kit and stuff like that on it, right? But when I downshifted to take off, hopping onto a highway, ridiculous.
So guys, we have a great conversation here. We're actually been in for about 30 minutes already. I can't believe it. Time is going so quick. You know, when you have a great conversation, it goes too fast.
Time flies when you're having fun.
I know,
Yeah.
time is fly, right? It's crazy. But I love it. It's okay. We're going to be here until probably like 1 o'clock in the morning. This conversation is going to go far.
This is not a
But-
party, Diego. You're not gonna be here at 1 o'clock in the morning.
I know, right?
He will party by himself.
Yeah, this guy
In the corner,
yo.
he don't care.
Yeah, this guy's
He'll
crazy.
be flickering the light on and off.
With the music in the background.
Now he will party at 6 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
Nah, I used to.
scared of this
When
guy.
I was young. I don't do that anymore.
You just partied last weekend at 4 o'clock in the
See, I
morning,
was
right?
younger back then.
Yeah, he
you
was
know.
young. He was younger last week.
You gotta understand. A week, 7 days. We're getting older every
He's about
day.
3 years older this week because of that party.
You know, but it's good. A little party sometimes is not a problem. You know, come on, we work so hard, right? We here in America, all we do is work. Like, and at a certain point, you're like, you know what? After a hard work, I gotta make myself in my mind out of that. You know, the stress of the day, the daily base, the business and everything. So that's why I like to go out, have a drink, talk to friends, dance a little bit, you know, and or sometimes just drive. Take your car and drive.
I'm gonna sound very old here, and I'm sorry for it.
Oh, tell me, I want to hear that.
As soon as I hear you, you know, I'm getting exhausted listening to you doing this, right? Like I want to, right? Wait till you have kids, bro.
I know.
That shit ain't the
Oh,
same,
that's right.
man.
He ain't
Man,
got them.
you
Yeah.
change. Life change when you have kids.
I'm already tired thinking about going home to my son. You get me?
Yeah, but Alex has a lot of energy.
Bro, we're talking about my Alex, not Alex
Oh, yeah.
here, you know what I mean?
Yes. Yeah.
So
His kid has a lot of energy.
Jamie, what's the furthest you ever drove to Porsche? With the-
Furthest, I think Boston, man.
Oh, that's it? The
That-
4 hours?
I mean,
Well, yeah. Well, no, it's more than 4 hours.
yeah,
like we're
close
saying
to
before.
7. Yeah, but that was the furthest.
Because we did a few stops too.
Oh, so that's the first you probably ever drove your
Yeah.
car, right?
Because we had it, well, between me getting pulled over and one Ferrari down in the
Yeah,
rain,
rough.
which, you know, unfortunately one car couldn't make it, but, you know, I'm not going to
It
say the
made
name.
it on a flatbed.
But yeah, it's crazy because like this guy come out, he's like, you know what, fuck this car. You know what? Call the guy, bring another car.
Wait, wasn't you the one to say stop cursing?
Well, it's okay, you know.
Listen,
I don't think there's like young kids watching
and,
us.
and the funny part is, right, because like I said, I don't know about Ferrari. They told me it was a hybrid or electric Ferrari.
Yeah, it's a
Am I right
hybrid.
or-
Yes, hybrid.
So I said, look, let's just go buy some batteries, bro. We're good. Get back
But
on
the
the road.
only, but the only hybrid Ferrari is SF90.
I think that's the one that broke down.
Yeah?
Yeah, no, they do. yeah, right. I think it's only the.
Oh, it's been out for a little while, so yeah,
SF9
okay.
and LaFerrari. I think LaFerrari is the hybrid as well.
Yeah, but
That's a
he ain't had that out there.
No, exactly, but it's
Yeah.
still.
That's
you
$2
know.
million. He ain't drive that to Boston.
No, nobody will do that.
Yeah.
You driving like you're not even creasing the seat when you drive. You're gonna squat and you're driving like this.
He said like that movie, I drive different, I breathe different,
Yeah.
I walk different. You're in
that's
a little
another
Ferrari.
breed, right? That's
Everything
another
is
crazy.
different.
Yeah, but ooh,
Yeah, you're not-
That's
yeah.
another level
that's
car.
that's different.
Yeah, that's a totally different now.
But I don't know if you saw. There was actually one guy, I believe in Europe, somewhere in Europe. I don't know if you saw the story about this guy. He actually bought a LaFerrari. There wasn't an accident somewhere. I think it was in the United States. He bought it and then he rebuilt that car.
Oh,
And
the guy on
he drove
YouTube.
that car
yeah.
over 100,000 miles. Actually,
I've
if you
seen
that. Yeah, I've
Google,
seen that,
you will
yeah.
see it. That's the guy that drove the most LaFerrari in the road. And he
Wow.
still have it. He drives the things a daily,
Wow.
every single day.
I went to a car show one time last year in Jersey. It's a guy and his wife. They both pull up in Bugattis,
Really,
Nice.
back to back.
really.
Now that's a different kind
That's
of
how
money.
you should do it.
That
That's how you
makes you
should do it.
breathe different, talk different.
It's what it is.
I would have felt broke.
Perhaps you like a hey,
You
perhaps
know,
you like a butter scone, a spot of tea.
you know, all the guys pulling up with the Lambos, the Ferraris, the 458s, F8s, looking at this guy pulling in, it's crazy.
Yeah.
It's like, you know what?
Him and his wife.
And the
Yeah.
crazy part is those people in the Bugatti, that they see people in Ferrari and the Lamborghini, and be like, I would commit suicide if I had your money.
Yeah.
Nah, it's crazy, yeah.
Right?
Because a Bugatti right now is running what? A Chiron is what, $4 or $5 million?
Yeah. And what's that Ferrari? This guy pulled up with that one-seater one with the whole.
Oh yeah.
That thing,
That's a
2.5 million. Yeah, the
SP1?
SP1, SP2,
That's
something
a
like that. Yeah.
SP2 is two-seater,
Yeah.
SP1 is one-seater,
Right.
yeah.
My man had
One-seater.
a helmet on.
Yeah, one-seater.
Yes, you pull up. Yeah,
Right.
technically you need to have a helmet driving.
that
in
thing
some
is-
states.
'Cause
I know
then-
Florida you don't need to.
Because of no windshield.
Yeah. In New Jersey
Yeah.
apparently you have to. In Florida I saw one day. I was over there like right on Washington.
Yeah.
Now, you
This
got
kid,
that kind
bro.
of money, that's how you buy a car, because you
No,
can buy that car
exactly.
for like $2 million, and after you buy it, it's worth like $4 or $5 million, because
Yeah.
there ain't no more.
No,
Yeah.
exactly.
That's it. It's
like,
over.
I was saying, like Miami, right on Washington, walking through Washington. I see this kid, and I'm telling you, this kid's probably 17 to 18 years old, the max, pulling up with that car, SP1.
SP1.
That was crazy. And it was like a red, not a Ferrari red, like a burgundy color that you actually don't
I
see
don't care
that
what
much.
color it is. It can
Yeah.
be bright
That
pink.
was crazy.
Now, Porsche
Yeah.
got a lot of expensive cars as the older they got. I seen
I know, yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of
Yeah.
cars are like that.
The Porsche is
Even
crazy.
some Ferraris, like the old versions, like let's say
Crazy money.
F40. F40 is like what, $5-6 million as
yeah.
well. Enzo, what is the other one too?
But think about it.
the
You bought a
F50.
Porsche for 30,000. Now it's worth 3.5 million.
Crazy, bro.
Yeah.
You're
It's
looking
crazy.
at the older, I want to say 2015, like GT3 RS,
Yeah.
still worth $300,000-400,000.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
They don't
insane.
appreciate as much, which is nice.
No, I'm sorry, maybe older than that.
I think he called it,
2010. You know, I've seen the older Porsches going for that much, man.
Right, they go.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think even one with a Copart was going for crazy. A crash salvage one was going for crazy money.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
for sure. A lot of the elderly versions, they're actually becoming every year more and more expensive.
Yeah, more.
And you don't see those much. That's the crazy part. A lot of people want those. They just have like in the garage as their personal collection.
I'm driving
Right.
the shit out of it.
Yeah, no, me too. If I had something like that, I would drive every day.
I don't care.
Now,
Yeah.
the owner of Lamborghini Paramus, if you go on the other side, there's nothing but Porsches over there.
Really?
Old Porsches and stuff. That's where I saw them at. That they take apart and they're working on and stuff like that.
Ah.
So they was telling me a story that he got one of them Porsches being restored. It's worth like 2.5 million, and he forgot that he even had it.
Really?
Can you imagine?
Just
you
sitting there.
forget that you own a $2.5 million car.
I can see
You know
myself
what?
doing that
That's
with a
what you
pair
should
of underwear.
do. Work hard until
guy
you have a
called him.
$2.5 million sitting
Right.
on the
guy
garage and you
called
forget
him-
about it.
The guy called him and said, "Hey, when you come to pick up your car," and he was like, "What car?" Your
Which one?
Porsche.
Which one?
He said, "My
There's probably
Porsche."
storage there. It's like,
He said,
no,
"You
I'll
gotta."
just leave
He
it there.
said,
I'm
"Yeah,
not
you
driving.
left a Porsche a year ago." He
You
said,
know,
"Oh wow."
when I'm going through my closet and I'm looking for something to wear, and I see a brand new shirt with a tag on, I'm like, yes, yes. That's how he feels. He's like,
Yeah.
shit, I got a car I didn't know about.
Yeah.
My
It's
God.
there.
It's
It's
there.
sitting there.
But he loved Porsches.
Yeah.
Porsches are
I do
beautiful,
too, but I
beautiful
don't,
machine
I don't have Porsches just sitting around at dealers.
that you forgot that you even had. You know.
That's crazy.
Actually, I'm
And
going to put
the
my
price,
phone
like
on ring.
2.5?
Maybe I'm going to get that
2.5
phone
million
call that I
says
forgot
worth.
a car.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Wow. How long do you think it's going to take for your car to come in?
So Roger, it took
He
him.
just got his, right?
He just got
Yeah.
his.
Who,
Roger-
Rico?
The Peekaboo.
Rico.
How you call that car? The Peekaboo?
the Pikachu.
Pikachu. The
Pikachu.
Pikachu.
So he got it. I want to say he ordered it. I want to say a little over a year. It took him to get his.
Uh-huh.
Right. He had a good relationship with Englewood
Okay.
Porsche. Right. He ordered like 3-4 cars with them already. So we all know what happened to the other
Yeah.
car he had.
Yeah.
So with that being the case, he's like, listen, I don't know if it had anything to do with me, with the RS. He's like, fuck it, I'm going to go all the way. I'm going to go all the way. And he did. He built this car. It looks amazing. I don't know if you guys saw the pictures of this
picture of
car.
it,
I saw
yeah.
the pictures. I haven't seen in person yet.
So it took him maybe a little over a year. A buddy of mine, he's friends with the general manager of a Porsche dealer. I don't want to say which, but he was like, listen, I could get you on the list. I want to get one myself. So I said, let's go on the list. I got on the list last June. It was about to be a year next month.
Yeah.
You know? So I told him, I said, listen, I'm okay waiting. I'm not paying that crazy money over.
Yeah.
I'm not doing it. I'll wait 2-3 years. I don't care. You know what I mean? But for that, I'd rather go buy a 19, right? Maybe a GT2 RS, right? To enjoy that, to see how the difference on that, because that comes with 700 horsepower stock.
That's crazy.
You know?
And the GT3RS come with how much horsepower?
You talk about like mid-5s,
Oh, okay.
you know?
So the 2 is actually faster.
The 2 is turbo.
Oh, that's why. Yeah.
Yeah, 2 is turbo.
It's not normally
you know?
And
aspirated.
it's faster, right? Faster and lighter?
Yeah.
Faster and lighter.
Yeah, it's not normally aspirated though.
It doesn't sound the same.
Yeah.
Doesn't sound the same. Yeah, you know, my car.
It looks like, though. Like,
it
if you
looks-
put the two cars together, it kind of look like.
Yeah, the front bumper is the difference on looks, and the exhaust is in a different placement
Okay.
on the car. But it, like somebody said, "Oh, is this your car?" And I'm like, "I wish, bro. Look at that front bumper. That's a GT2, bro." You know?
Oh, I think it was me.
Huh?
I think it
What
was me,
you?
right?
Yeah.
wish, bro.
I remember, yeah. Cause,
Don't
'cause
wake
the,
me up.
The car,
So you rather have
car was in
you rather have
Boca.
the 2 than the 3?
Well, I would like to experience it too. I've never driven
No.
it. You know what I mean? if it drives anything like the GT3 RS, I would love it even faster, right?
Yeah.
But I know it sounds totally different.
Yeah, because it's quieter because of the turbos. Yeah.
You know, but on that car, it was obnoxious. Even stock, when you know how your car sounds is nasty, right?
Yeah.
It's just a nasty sounding car, and you're at 9,000 miles, like 9,000 RPMs, slowing down, like yeah. And I'm like, oh my God, I love that. You know, it makes me wet.
It's the best. It's the best feeling, though. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Seriously,
I feel like the
man.
loudest the car, the best.
Yeah, and you
Especially
feel
me.
it, because on that car, you know, you said you felt like you were on a motorcycle,
Yeah,
right?
it feels like it.
When I get in the car, I'm like, you feel like so low. You're in, you know, you guys like to go to the, what is it, the go-karts, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It feels like you're in a fast, loud,
Go-kart.
expensive go-kart.
Yeah.
And I just love that feeling, you know? I drove the Lamborghini, and it's fast, don't get me wrong, and it's way more comfortable than the RS, because you can drive a Lamborghini daily, right?
Yeah.
I guess the Lamborghini all depends on the seats that
Depending
you
on the
pick.
seats you pick.
I guess, I don't
Yeah.
know. 'Cause
If you have the carbon fiber seats, that's it.
The race seats
It's
is-
like sitting on a
So Steve's
on a
seat on the ST, what's the STO?
STO, he got
The
racing
STO?
seats.
He has
Probably.
racing seats, but they're comfortable.
Yeah, probably more than yours.
Yeah,
That's
it's,
probably why.
you know, the
Yeah.
No,
It's
but
probably more
some of the
comfortable
guys
than
that have
his
Alcantara,
racing
you get
seats,
this much
it's like
Alcantara.
sitting, it's literally, it's like sitting on a Spirit flight. For
We
real.
love
I
talking
heard
about
you say that
Spirit.
last
They're gonna
time.
come after you, man.
It's like, yeah, that's how uncomfortable it
We
is.
won't get that
It's
sponsorship.
like sitting on a crate, man. You know, I'm telling you, everybody hates it. Unless you're smaller, like my son loved it. You know what I mean? Because he's like, whatever, I
Yeah.
don't care. He's lightweight, you know. But if you're a heavier guy and you're a bigger guy, I'm sitting there like Christopher Reeves on a wheelchair, like this. You know, it's straight up. That's
So,
how it was.
When I had the McLaren, I had a deal. A friend of mine was selling actually the Senna seats, and those things were amazing because they wrap you
Yeah,
up,
I
right?
like them seats.
But they don't move, so it's actually a great price. It's like, come on, you should get it. It's gonna look good in the car.
Yeah.
I almost got it, but then before he was gonna sell his car and he was gonna trade the seats, and he was like, "Let me try the seats first. Let me drive the car. Let me see it." Literally, I think I was driving like 5 minutes. My butt was hurting already. I'm like, you know what? Oh hell no, it's not gonna work for me.
Yeah.
See, if I do a drive, let's say a Sunday drive, that's an hour drive, go here to down the shore, I'll be dead. I'm gonna have to put a pillow underneath, drive with the pillow.
I
But
gotta
if I'm
walk around
driving
with a
McLaren
chiropractor.
Senna,
Yeah, exactly.
I'm
yes.
gonna take that pain.
Seriously, I love it.
Yeah.
That's what I needed. You know, it's like I had the daily, you know, for comfort, and I'm like, but this car, I want to drive it for a couple hours on a Sunday, and it's just you lose yourself in the car. I don't have to tell you guys, you lose yourself. You know,
yeah.
you worked a long week, and you just look forward to that,
Exactly.
and just an open road, and then you hear everybody screaming on the two-way, the walkie-talkie, guys.
guys.
I'm like, not right now. Hold on. Let me lower this.
Oh yeah, let me go straight.
You know.